I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.
All right, we are back with Batman is the Future. It is 6:30. Joey follows a strict time schedule lately anymore. Ends his afternoon stream at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and starts his evening stream at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. What do we got? What's up, Smuggy? All right, Batman is the Future. Let's go.
Hello, folks. How are all of you doing? I hope you're doing well. But yeah, like I said, we are winning all across the board. We are focused on expanding. That's right. That's what we need to do. We need to expand our reach, our businesses. We are expanding. That's right. It is super cold, and I'm going to keep it real with you. I really am dealing with the cold better already. Like, it's not even bothering me. I can feel it, but you know, it just doesn't phase me. You know what I mean? Like
Until
very
I
much at
bitch
all, to
about
be
it.
honest. So that's what I'm saying, man. You know, folks underestimate too much, man. Like I said, we
Halfway.
still got people. Hold on. We still got people asking me silly things online. Acting like they're confused or they don't understand what I do. I mean, I get it because they just don't know. But hold on, I'm trying to get this right. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Is this? Oh, man.
Pick up the pace here in case he nukes it.
But yeah,
Mimi, what's up?
I mean, that's the thing. I don't spend my time explaining anything anymore. You know what I mean? Much less reality to folks. I mean, it's all obvious as it gets, but I just notice like, in this country and probably all over the world, people just don't think like me. They don't see things the way that I see things because, quite frankly, to be honest, they're too comfortable. And that's the thing. Like, folks is really too comfortable. They really don't see reality in what's happening. Because they're in different parts of the country where things are more all good, so to speak. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's crazy to me how they all have opportunities. They all have, whatever stuff going for them, but yet none of them can actually build anything of any value or worth. You know what I mean? It's the people who settled who always have something to say. It's the people who are too comfortable. You know what I mean? Because with comfort, you don't get success. You want to acquire comfort, but in order to be successful, you actually go the opposite direction. Like me, I chase discomfort. It's what God taught me. So that's what I'm saying. Like today, when it's cold like this, it feels nice to me. Being real, this is all what God has done for me. God is working on me, building the real Batman right in front of you. Seriously, no joke. So that's what I'm saying. Like, folks don't even understand what's going on, bro.
Currently,
No
real
idea.
feels
God is really
48
real.
degrees in
So that's what I'm saying.
Brownsville.
Like, come on, bro. He's talking every day, downloads messages, reading synchronicities, let me know what's going on. And you think that any of this is by chance or coincidence? He gonna give me the money, bro. You understand? I'm about to get all my money. That's what's coming around the corner.
Real quick, Monger, I just had it on right before he fired up, and I saw that fucking deep interception, and then the one play right out, right off fucking tight end, fucking little dive play, boom, took it to the house. What a disaster!
Can't be that much longer.
It's enough football.
You know what I mean? At the most, I'd say a couple of months. You know what I mean? And that's what these folks, they all know. Like, brother, I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? Like, I did this all by myself. You know what I mean? I can do everything by myself. If you haven't noticed, I've built this all by myself. I've got the whole thing running. You know what I mean? Like I said, ran the Batman project out my own pocket, going on almost 3 years, right around the corner. It's just an amazing feeling, man. Like truly, all jokes aside, it's an amazing feeling. You know what I mean? I'm so beyond accomplished and successful. It's unreal. You know what I mean? How many was it again? Is it 351 world records? I think today. Hold on. And like you seeing the strength level increase and go up. So people have to find a way to try to dismiss it. because they never seen a dude like me. Like, how in the hell is he that fearless? How in the hell does he just keep on doing impossible things every day, performing miracles? Right? Come on. Just like they said with Jesus Christ, did they not? Performing miracles. Like I said, I told y'all 8 million times my whole life. I said, if when Jesus Christ walked here, there's no way that these folks accepted him. That's why the story makes a lot of sense. People trying to dismiss it, oh, this and that. No, it makes a lot of sense to me. It makes a lot of sense. And then people saying, oh, this is this, this is that. I think you just have a lot of false prophets that like to spread misinformation, because I've noticed that. That's what the devil do. I think it's pretty clear. I mean, like I said, the story makes a lot of sense, and God told me everything I'm going through and been going through and doing is biblical history, so it all makes sense to me. But you folks don't get this about real power. You notice I go harder than everybody every day. That's why folks look up to me. That's why they admire me. Literally, bro, I signed 3 autographs today. Please give me a round of applause, bro. This is my first autographs I've ever been asked for, ever, and done. And yeah, they stopped and they asked me for 3 autographs. I said, no problem. Anytime. Yep. Signed my first 3 autographs today. I'm sorry, but that's an accomplishment. That feels just amazing to keep it real. So when folks is asking me for my autograph, literally, yeah, that means something. You know what I mean? You don't see any of these folks on YouTube. You don't see people asking them for their autograph.
Man, you'd spell it wrong too.
So they witness it firsthand. They watching it firsthand.
Never happened.
Of what's going on, and they feel it. You know what I mean? Hey, like I said, continue to watch me win. You know what I mean? Real talk. I'm telling you, God is at work, man. God gonna make it happen. He already told me, man, it's coming, bro. The money is coming. They're gonna give me all my money. Watch, right around the corner here. I'm gonna get all this money and bread, and y'all just gonna be sitting there as usual, like, what the hell? And then I'm probably going into hiding. Why? Because I'm Batman. I come out when there's real stuff going on. I come out, when I want to. I do what I want.
You got to lay low so you don't get trespassed from Dollar Tree for stealing headphones. You fucking monk.
Want to do. Going into hiding sounds like a whole Batcave. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta understand, God is magnificent. God, He probably has everything planned for me. I already know it's not my plan; it's God's plan. See, our plan will be small and minute compared to what God actually has prepared and ready for us. Tell me what I'm doing. That's what people don't get. God is getting me ready for my actual life and the truth and reality. Like I'm Neo in the Matrix. You know what I mean? I'm a whole different ballgame. I'm the chosen one, the anointed one. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's just different. God has a lot planned for me, just like He has a much larger purpose for me. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. Right now, like I said, I need money and resources, man. I still need to, I just need to get money, man. I already know what I'm doing. I don't really got to explain it, but I just need the funds. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, but God has still been sending folks to bless me. Truly, even if it's in small ways, all those things count, man. All of it goes a long way with me. You know what I mean? Help me save a little bit of money, anything. Like, I'm doing this with God, man. It was never about how much money I had. You know what I mean? For me, this was a whole journey, but that's the thing. Like, there's no way it can be that much longer, man. You know what I mean? I'm being patient and everything. I truly am, but like, there's no way, bro. I've been doing this for a minute now, man. Going on 3 years. And like I said, I've been all over the country. I made and spent more money than your entire government. I've done everything you could possibly imagine, and I'm about to do it again. You know what I mean? Real talk. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we just gonna keep on pushing forward. Folks is finding out about me, but that's my thing. A lot of people, they just act like they don't know what's going on in this country or the world. They act oblivious to everything going on around them, and that's just crazy to me. And it's because of the way that they shaped the society that they gave all these people. Mostly, it's just obvious. They gave them every opportunity in the book. They let y'all make money too easily. You know what I mean? Like with me, they give me the hardest time possible. They still doing it. I'm trying to expand as we speak, bro. And they're making every excuse in the book. Why? Because this is what they do. There's always some kind of nuance or problem or qualm or question. It's always something. You know what I mean? So like, at some point, that's the thing. Like, what can you do? I mean, the system's never been fair. But, God will figure it out. Whatever's meant for me is what's meant for me. Other than that, it's irrelevant is the way I look at it. I'd rather stay focused on what matters. You know what I mean? Golly, bro. But yeah, like I said, we're going to stay moving forward.
Yeah, you're walking around the neighborhood over on Balboa. Got to use your library voice before golf cart grannies kick you out.
Or we going to stay winning. And it's just that simple. You know what I mean? Like real talk. But I just keep on producing.
18.8.
Producing results.
Monger.
That next check.
Yeah, because RTS, yes, he is wearing the mask because when before he went back home, he was mentioning about the golf cart grannies. He made comments. The dude who stopped him the other night. And then he got the bus back to Balboa. And yeah, I don't care what him was. I'm wearing the mask because he's not able to Batman in the neighborhood past 9 o'clock. So
Is up over $205. You feel me? It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Up over $205 for that next check. I know they feeling it. Yeah, like I said, these folks. Do you understand that I was never supposed to make the kind of money that regular jobs make?
is he wearing the suit though? I'm not sure because he hasn't cammed up yet. He may have just dropped the shit off in the backyard. Who knows?
And that's where I'm headed. You understand? Bro, do you understand how different this system is? Come on, bro. I'm about to be, like I said, around the corner at some point. I truly believe I'm going to be making more money than people making their 9 to 5s. You know what I'm saying? Hold up.
Hell yeah, RTS.
And it'd just be crazy to me because the whole internet stuff is rigged and fake to begin with. All of it. All of you say the same things. Do you understand that? All of them. They say the same exact things. They talk about this, talk about that. Bro, it's a waste of my time. All y'all repeat yourself.
That's a safe bet, Monger.
You know? Like, brother, I ain't worried about none of that. You know what I mean? Like, I matter, my health matters. You understand? It matters more than worrying about other platforms and other nonsense and other little money. That's all it is. Bro, nah, when I get to a certain point, I'll just have a manager that handles all that. And then, yeah, we'll accrue capital off that and it'll be pocket change compared to what I'm going to be sitting on. You know what I mean? God already told me, man, you're going to have so much money, you're going to forget you ever struggled. Y'all don't get it, bro. Y'all are funny. I'm about to be richer than like the Prince of Saudi Arabia. For real, homie. Good luck. Good luck. And that's the thing. All these folks that jelly and stuff, I be seeing them every day. I just laugh. I just laugh and smile and keep moving forward. You know what I mean? Because they can't do nothing to stop it. And they know they can. You know what I mean? They all seeing it unfold right in front of their eyes. Yeah. That's why folks always say the same things, right? Oh, I know who he is. I mean, like, I'm not concerned. Everybody says the same thing. You all have the same excuses. Oh, this and that and blah, blah, blah. I hear all the same exact rhetoric from every single one of you. You know what I mean? Like, no, you don't know who I am. You know of me. No, none of y'all know who I am. You know what I mean? At all. Actually, that's the truth. Y'all don't know me. You know what I mean? Real talk. If folks knew me, they wouldn't even talk to me. Real talk. Folks don't know me. But yeah, I'm kind of a big deal without trying to be. So, like I said, I just stay focused and keep on doing me. And that's what folks got to understand.
Joey,
It's a
I
big
know
deal.
every
I'm a
move
big
you
deal,
make.
bro. This is really, really getting to another level too, and it's just going to continue to expand. I'm loving it personally. I'm just loving it. I mean, it literally don't get no better. It don't get no better than this. It don't get no better than when you was superstar independently. This is what all these folks wanted to do. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Brother, all y'all wanted to make digital money. All y'all wanted to be in my position. You feel me? What I notice is folks just waste time. They waste time talking and typing. Talk is cheap. It's irrelevant. I validated myself. I know reality because I'm living it. You understand? Yeah, I'm winning every day. Like I said, 351 world records, I believe. Like I said, right there in front of you. Everything's on camera. Everything's proven. Like
I think
said,
he's setting up camp right now over at the golf course bathroom. I could just hear like his hobo bags brushing. He walked past the neighborhood. The dog started barking there. So he's cuddling up in his little cubby hole for a bit.
Need any outside validation. We've discussed everything. See, that's the thing. Like, these folks, it's hilarious. Like I said, we're going to keep moving forward. You know what I mean? We're going to keep moving forward and like, we're just going to continue to have a positive conversation here. You know what I mean? And rhetoric, you know what I mean? Because it's just hilarious to me. You know what I mean? Like, it truly is. You know what I mean? Like, this is radio, bro. You know what I mean? We're here to talk about what's going on and what's relevant. And what's relevant is my success. You understand? Again, I am the media. What I say goes. Yeah, I have the power for a reason because I'm the son of God. You feel that? Yeah, 351 world records ain't no joke, bro. That's a big deal. That's a huge deal. I ain't never seen nobody come close. And I'm just barely getting started. Okay? Understand, I'm gonna be over 400 right around the corner. Trust me. Get ready. Okay? And you gotta understand, this is just the training so that I can be ready. And that's what, God already told me you're ready. They just told me in a message down low recently and said, you're ready. I'm telling you, he be speaking the whole time. Straight up. What? God let me know everything going on. God talks to me. I proclaim the word of God and proclaim God all day. I say it proudly in front of all y'all. What do you mean? You know what I mean? Some of them readings and downloads, like I said, they just be saying misinformation. Real talk. Hold up.
Hold up.
But yeah, we went in all across the board, and that's the thing. Like all these things you see me doing with the workout and the training and the martial arts, right? These are the things that I have to be able to do. You understand?
No,
And these
Frost.
folks, they just watching the money train, the gravy train. We on the gravy train for real. You know what I mean? Real talk. Whether the money is a little slow or small or not, it don't matter. It's money. And in the middle of the Great Depression, come on, man. Think about it, bro. God is setting the stage for me, like I said, to come out in all these cities and states across America
Sleep well.
on bat paws, tumblers, everything, doing the real thing. God is going to take me to a whole nother level. Watch. God has already exalted me in front of my enemies, and he's going to continue to have me rise. Watch. Mark my words, homie. Y'all are funny. See, it's never about winning or losing. It's about focusing on you and living in a vibration of love. Make sure you remember that. I've succeeded all across the board. Ain't nothing nobody can say to me. You trying to get like me. Remember that. This is the way it's always been. You know what I mean? I've really learned, and these people showed their cards, and I've realized. So again, so I'm a champion, right? You've been seeing me succeed this entire time, right? Mhm. Again, there is no answer for success. There is no answer for anything when you just win all across the board. Again, what's up? You know what I mean? Let's have a conversation. What's up? Right. They all in their feelings. Like I said, they did everything they possibly could. Right. Man, boy, can't nothing stop me. Can't nothing stop me. You know what I mean? And can't nothing stop God's will. Remember that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference between people like me and folks who actually been through things, who know what it's like, to go through adversity, who know what it's like when, everybody was against me and everybody did everything they could to hold me back. These people lied on tickets, all this corruption, all this crazy stuff they did, and they still couldn't stop your boy because I'm the son of God.
Boys getting emotional.
That's reality. That's what's happened. Yeah. Like I said, we've exposed all the truth, right? We've exposed all the lies. What now? I completely won. It's been a wrap. It's been over. What do you mean? We already won. You know what I mean? We're on to the next chapter. See, that's what people don't get. In my storybook, I write my story. I hold the map to where I'm going and in my destination. I don't let someone else hold the map. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, 351 world records. I'm on my job. I'm on business. Oh, everything I do means everything. Actually, everything I do is always success. It's what you wish you could do. So, what do you mean? Can't nobody do what I do. Can't nobody walk in my shoes. I'm irreplaceable for real. Not Beyonce, homie, me. You better get that right. Yeah. Just like I told all y'all, right? All y'all know. Just like they have to tell me in front of me, you're everything you say you are. Exactly. Exactly. You know what I mean? You had folks was watching movies right next to me, looking at Batman, and I was trying to explain the entire time, yeah, you sitting next to the real Batman. Yeah, yeah, you funny. You know what I mean? Y'all are hilarious. You feel me? So yeah, like I said, nah, all these folks, man, I think all these people, I think a lot of them knew who I was before I did. You know what I mean? This is all real, bro. I've changed the game. I've changed things, man. Everything is changing out here structurally, everything, not just out here, but across the country and the world. Like I said, it's a huge deal. People back me, people support me. I just need money. I just need financial support. That's the last step in the equation. And we're going to get everything rolling. You feel me? Real talk. And I can't wait. You know, that's my whole thing. I would love to make the move to Austin and do it in Austin, but the thing is, it's got to be done right. I can't be at no street level, bro, and trying to be Batman, man. Come on, bro. I could do it, but that's not how God's gonna want me to move and do things. I just know it. You know what I mean? Like, no, like, you know, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like, you know, I really felt like God helped me with that trip when I went over there. That's what we were trying to do. I was trying to see how it works and get, you know, set up and move forward. But that's the thing is, you know, everybody is just so, I don't know, like they won't give you an opportunity. It's everywhere. You know, that's the thing I don't get. Like, y'all got systems
What's up, bro? It's
literally
great.
built everywhere, bro. Everywhere. You talking about Iowa, Ohio, Indiana, Vermont, Massachusetts. You got states all over the place that have systems that are built already. I don't understand why people don't share the wealth. I don't understand why it's so hard to say, hey, yo, let me give this dude a helping hand so I could just get him on his feet so he can do all this. It's not like I'm not on my
I have the answer to that question, Joey. It's because you're an asshole.
feet, but I'm saying on my feet in regards to a whole nother state and city. You see the point? Like if you good and you've got it all and you not doing anything with your money, why would you not invest and contribute that money into someone who will take money and make so much more out of it? Do you get the point? Like that's the part I don't understand. Like y'all don't get it. Like, no, me, like if I really could, I would try to make a move and go to like Boston, you know, and like check out them other states like Maine and Vermont and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would want to live up there and stay up there. Real talk. But the thing is, I want to make sure I got money so that I can get back anytime I need to.
It's
You
like putting
understand?
lipstick on a pig, Joey. It doesn't matter where you're going to go. You're still going to be what? An asshole.
That's the thing. Like if I had the money right now, like I had back in the day, even when I was in Green Bay and stuff, I'd be moving around already. You know what I mean? I would definitely take the chance, but I got to have the money, bro. I can't do it with just going somewhere and just where I can't get back and do what I need to do. Hell no, bro. You got to have the bread, man. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. Like, you got people probably all over the nation and the world that watch me. My name is growing every day. I'm a real celebrity. Like, how you a celebrity, bro? You know what I mean? And y'all can't fund anything. I don't get that. It's like everyone else got this kind of different, like, you know, I don't get it. It just don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Like, but like I said, I listen to God, you know what I mean? God told me straight up already. He said, like, don't compare, you know what I mean? Because your story is a lot greater, basically. And I understand that. And that's not what I'm doing. But I'm just saying it makes sense for folks who have it and have money to share the wealth. It makes sense for people to lend a helping hand and be like, yo, let me bring you up so that you can build elsewhere on top of what you already got. And you gotta understand, I'm already solidified in the game. This is what people got to understand. I already own billions in equity, mansion, estate, over 2,000 jewelry, 530 on my wrist, got your piss, mineral rights, oil royalties, my own car lot I pay over $100 for every month. Everything's already secured. It's been secured this entire time. My only job, like I said, was to make sure my assets secure and keep it moving. You understand? Like I said, it's amazing. I've gotten a lot done. I obviously needed this training. I needed to continue to be built. So it's all in God's time and it's in divine timing, and I'm patient and I'm waiting. But what I'm saying is, the folks in the public, y'all got money, bro. Y'all go to work every day, man. Y'all rent, you make payments on whatever. Y'all got all these cars and vehicles on payments. Like, what's the excuse? I really don't understand that. I truly
Doesn't that make you feel proud, RTS, not hearing that? A website worth almost $2,000? Don't got to hear that anymore.
don't. Like, speaking from a real place. I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's so hard to contribute, and it has been this entire time for folks. I don't understand why we got the chat room every day and we can't just get consistent support, you know? But like I said, all these evil folks, they get support. The world is backwards, man. And that's how you know I'm the son of God, because it's always the way it is, right? It's never fair. We see, that's the thing I realize. It's never fair. It's never going to be fair. It doesn't have to be fair. We just are stronger and better. Feel that? Real talk. That's the truth. You know, that's the thing. Like, no, from my perspective, it's like things are never fair. Then I realized, would you really want it to be? The fact that things were never fair for me and never fair towards me, the fact that things are unfair is what helped me. It's why I'm stronger. It's why I'm better. It's why I go harder and push harder. So I'm at the point I realize I don't want things to ever be fair. Keep them unfair. But as far as the money, I need the funding regardless. I don't care how it comes in, but I need the money. And I just can't wait. I'm patient. I've been patient for a long time, for years and years and years. Like, I'm just ready to get this going, bro. Like, you think I don't want
It
money?
was like a couple of years ago he went by there.
Want my money, bro. I want my money, son. Go up to San Marcos, go to the outlets, go have a good time, go to San Antonio, go to Austin, go up to Christina, like go see Christina. I mean, like, I have a lot of stuff that I want to do. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'd start on the bus and see what else I can figure out while I'm riding the bus. I wouldn't even be worried about it. Like I said, I got no problem using the bus. I think the bus is a lot safer in a lot of, situations. Straight up, to be honest. You know what I mean? So, like, come on, bro.
Or
I keep
garbage
on bouncing
trucks.
back. I'm on my job. I'm doing my thing. Folks gonna be in their feelings, man. It's just that simple. They gonna be in their feelings. I am the future. Like I said, the public, they all support me. They all see what it is. Batman is the future. I'm just telling you the truth. That's a fact. And folks know I'm the future. That's why they in their feelings about everything. Okay? Like I said, what is it? 351 world records, man. That's crazy. And the stuff I'm doing on camera is just surreal. But yeah, I mean, I'm just being myself. When I'm telling folks what it is, I'm speaking from a real place. Yeah, I did 300 pull-ups today. I did 8,000 of the other ones, the mini ones, right? So what do you mean? Like, this is what I do. You know what I mean? That's the
8,000.
reason why I do it too, because it proves a point without me trying. It proves a point real quick that everybody claiming this stuff, talking about military, Marines, Navy SEALs, Air Force, any of them, FBI, CIA, feds, none of them can hold a candle to me. I don't have a single operative or agent that can come close to me. Seriously. Because I was trained by God. I was trained by
I
reality.
don't even think the cars exist anymore. It's just more just a figment of his imagination now. The big thing Mama needs to know about the reoccurring bill on a credit card for StreamYards.
Like I said, there's only one thing that's ever gone on, which is good versus evil, and I'm the general in that. That's why I'm trained better than all y'all. That's why I'm stronger, smarter, more capable, because the situations.
I wonder if she gets billed for that once a year and it gets paid for the fucking year so she doesn't notice it on a credit card statement, or what the hell?
I've been in, right? The fact is nobody else could handle. The situations I've been in.
Yeah, downrange. He's over at the I would bet my fucking ball sack he's over at the bathrooms over at the golf course, because he was coming back on to the area here and he was riling up the dogs in the neighborhood. And yeah, you could hear him nestle in his hobo bags. He's settling in by the bathrooms for a little bit.
Have been impossible, time and time again. The situations I've been put in are real situations. You understand? I came up in the street. All these films were made about me. They make movies about folks like me. Make sure you remember that and get it right. That's why. That's why I was able to just come out and I already knew who I was. That's why folks gonna ask, how did you do it? I believed in myself. I told you, like, the truth came out. Like I told you, like, it's the truth has been proven my whole life. But the truth came out, when I did that bar security stuff for about 7 years, and they was trying to hide me in that too, and they couldn't. And then the truth came out. The truth came out, and then everybody realized, oh, that's who he is. Same thing now. Oh, that's who the guy is that we've been talking about this whole time. He the real deal. Oh, you knew that. See, folks want to front and pretend like they ain't know. They know. Why do you think they so concerned about, hiding me? They don't want the world to see the truth about me. Why do you think ex-girlfriends are so concerned? Yeah, because every attribute about me is, about as good as it get. Common sense. That's why. Not about it is as good as it gets. So, because they can't deal with me and I'm too much to handle and I'm too amazing, right? You got a bunch of people who have self-defeatist mentalities now. So, they start being jellyfish. And that's the honest truth. You have a population of people, bro, who self-defeatist and don't know how to just be themselves. That's crazy to me. So that's why over here, it's just normalcy. We don't waste our time with that. That's a personal thing, bro. Not everybody is like that. A lot of people have they act together somewhat and know how to just move forward. You know what I mean? That's a personal thing. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. When folks type, when folks talk, it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't bother me slightly. You understand? Because again, you don't dictate reality. God does. You feel me?
CIA had you pretty ramped up the other day.
I am reality. I've proven all my points. I proved all my points light years ago. I never had a point to prove in the first place. So what do you mean? My points were proven without me trying. Now I'm at 351 world records. I made and spent more money than your entire government. I literally expose corruption and stand up to corruption for a living. I mean, I got a career out of everything that everybody else did. So, I mean, thank you. Yep, and I get paid, and I'm going to get paid top dollar. This is going to be pocket change. This is going to be extra money. See, that's what folks don't get. Why do you think I do this? At some point, like I said, they're going to have to put deals on the table. They're going to have to start paying me. And I'm not even going to need it. I can guarantee you, because God's going to give me the money. You know what I mean? God is going to give me the money, bro. I'm going to have like a lump sum of money, like tons of money. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, yeah, I'm going to have all them settlements come in from all the lawsuits. So what do you mean? And these folks know it already. That's why they're so worried. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I mean, we're going to be good. We're going to be going on vacation. I did a hell of a job. Like I said, I brought all the evidence forth publicly, right? I did my part. You know what I mean? And I'm just a civilian, and I've gotten more done than everyone. Anybody. I've gotten more done than all y'all put together. So yeah, like I said, we're just gonna keep moving forward. All right, I'm gonna get going. And that's about it. Keep supporting me. Donate. We got a Cashapp, PayPal, and a Venmo. Let's get this money, man. We up over $205, man. I'm happy. I'm moving. I just wish that we could get some more support, man. I just wish that, like, out of nowhere, like a couple of G's would fall in my pocket right now, and I would be ecstatic. That's all I need. I need a couple of grand. You know what I mean? I need to get to at least like 5-10 G's at least.
Just
I
a
want a
couple
lot more than
grand.
that, of course, and I need a lot more than that to really do this the right way. But
Just a couple grand, 50
at least
grand.
10 grand, bro.
10.
Plus, at least 5-10 G's, at least 5 just to get started. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's what I'm saying. Like with 10 G's, I mean, I at least
$20,000
would be able to try to go figure it out. And that's the thing. You really need more than that. I've been in Austin with 10 G's. 10 G's ain't no money in Austin when you don't live there and you're trying to figure out where the hell you're going to go because the living cost too high. You understand what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand. Like, y'all want to be in this same sedentary lifestyle. I move around. I'm mobile.
Kind of like inertia pull-ups, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 7,000 inertia pull-ups.
That's why I do things, because the way I do things works. That's why it's funny how they, people want to type stuff. I mean, you could type whatever, but the way I do things is the way you're supposed to do it. That's why I always make more money than all y'all put together. It's like I did right now. What do you mean? Right? Like I said, you always live under your means. You don't spend a lot of money. I don't care, whatever's cheap. You do what's cheap so you can save money and keep on building and stacking and build an empire, baby.
And you go to Dollar Tree and shoplift fucking headphones and get busted and have to bring them back and say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, remember, I'm the teacher in this class. I'm teaching you. You're the student. You're supposed to be listening and learning. You feel me? So like I said, that's the thing. Like, at least 10 G's. I need at least 10 G's. That's the only way, 5 maybe, but even that's not enough. I already know, but like I need at least 5-10 G's. 5 is just to barely get started. I need at least 10 grand plus. Really, realistically, about 20 to 50,000. You know what I mean? And I could really get this whole, everything moving. You know what I mean? But like I said, I mean, as far as Austin, trying to do it there, yeah, I would need at least 5 G's. That's just to start at least. I could maybe do it, but it would make things more difficult.
Suckers.
You know what I mean? But I would need at least 5 G's. I already told Christina too. I said I need 5-10 G's and I can take this to Austin.
Damn, Frost. Why would anyone take financial advice from someone who doesn't own a clean shirt? It's amen.
But I got to have about at least 5 grand. I really need over 10. Need over 10 bands because that's what it costs to try to do things. Even if I'm saving money and doing everything I can to save money,
No, he got busted shoplifting yesterday, Red Screen. He had to they called the cops on him, and the crazy fucker that walks up and down the street stole headphones out of here. He had to go return those things.
And there's no stability there. Like, I have to try to
figure it out as I go, where
I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, what the next move is. You know what I mean? That's why it's so funny to me. Like what, brother? Everything is established on camera here. Okay, we all know what it is. We're all fully aware of reality. Okay, everybody is. So, like I said, let's talk from a real place. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, I've already accomplished everything. There's nothing for me to prove. What I'm doing is expanding because I'm ambitious as hell. I don't need anything extra. I'm good. I made it a long time ago. I got everything you want and more. Remember that. What? Yeah, like I said, I got folks in their feelings every day because I got it all. And they have nothing. Why? Because God provides. Yeah, that's why. I love it. You know what I mean? I absolutely love it. Real talk. You know what I mean? I love it. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we're gonna stay moving forward. We're gonna stay doing our thing, and that's about it, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna stay successful, and I don't know what else to tell you. You feel me? But like I said, we're gonna keep on winning over here, and that's all. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, moving forward. What else? That's really about it, man. We just got to focus. But yeah, I need 5 to 10 G's so I can get this going to Austin and get this built. And like I said, then I can work on saving the city and saving Gotham. Like you
Yeah.
got to have some
And I'm 3 minutes behind, and he's still going.
resources and some money. Like when Charles Woffer was talking about it's not feasible. I don't think it's because of not having money that it's not feasible. You being Batman, Charles Woffer. Come on, man. Oh my goodness. You're hilarious. he, he is too funny. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna stay moving forward. We're gonna stay, just I'm gonna stay being a boss. You know what I mean? That's it. We're gonna stay winning and moving forward, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, much love to everybody. Shout out to all my fans and supporters. And like I said, we're gonna continue to, make every right decision over here and be smart. You feel me? So, other than that, yeah, that's what I need. I need over 5, 10 grand, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it somehow on my own the right way because over time because that's the only way. And like I said, I need all the financial support and help I can get, and we just haven't really gotten any. I'm just being honest. So if we can get people to financially support me, then yeah, we can actually do this. And that was the whole concept and idea, a part of it, a small part of it. It wasn't the idea, but it was a small part of the concept and idea. It wasn't the whole concept and idea, it was a small part of the concept and idea, but it was a part of it that the public would I figured would be able to support me. And they have full power. It's all in your ballpark, it's in your hands. Instead of people asking me what I can do for you, it should be the other way around.
All right, he has ended it. We got about 3 minutes left, and he sounds like he's starting to get a little emotional.
What can the public do for me? You know what I mean? Because like I said, if people really start donating and showing support, we got a Cash App, PayPal, and a Venmo, and I can get people to start funding this project directly in the public, and anyone can do it, and people can get together and do it. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm asking the Valley for support as a whole too. You know what I mean? Like real talk, but it just we need funding and we need money. I'd be super grateful, and I'd make sure that I return the favor and I help out because I'm going to help out either way I can. I mean, my money helped to build the economy in the valley. I'm going to come back and show support no matter what. You know what I mean? I told you I'm carrying the valley on my back completely, all the way. You know what I mean? But my whole deal is like we don't have
Nobody is going to trust this guy with a goddamn dime. Not a fucking dime.
no time to waste. We got to go ahead and get busy. So I need the funds. It's just that simple. I got to get 5 over 10 racks, and that's the only way because I'm going to need that kind of money at least. And then I'd have to just go up to Austin, take the bus, go up to Austin,
Daniel
and try to
Larson
see
shit
what I'm
right
going to do.
here.
Because again, I ain't got nowhere to go out there unless you got people that really want to step up and they're going to be like, here's a spot, here's a couch, here's a mattress, here's a fridge, and whatever you need, and like do your thing because we want you to win. You know what I mean? And like you're very necessary and we need you. Austin could do that. Any town could do that. We could take this to Katy, Texas. Like I said, we could do this anywhere, but people in the public, it's in their hands. It's not in mine. They have the money. So, like I said, 5, 10 G's at least. I need that. God gonna give me a lot more than that when the timing is right. But I'm just talking about for now because I got to plan ahead and try to hustle and do what I can. Need 5, 10 G's, man. Then I could try that Austin trip, and I want to do it the right way though. Like systematically do it all the right way. So I need help and I need support. It's just that simple, need money, struggling every day still, it's hard, it's rough. And, you know, I don't know. It's a beautiful thing what I've accomplished and what God has, accomplished. I give all credit and glory to God. It's a beautiful thing, and I just want to continue to build with God. So that's what I'm doing, and that's all I'm going to do and focus on. All right. Talk to you in a minute, man. Like I said, 351 world records, man. Ain't nobody coming close to me. All right. Talk to you in a minute, homie.
It's going to get cold in Brownsville tonight. What's the overnight low going to be? Let's see. It's 48 there right now. I wouldn't imagine it's going to get too much colder than that. We'll see. Oh, that was a bunch of nothing. Yeah, I think he's just holed up over at the golf course, over at the bathroom stalls, trying to keep an eye out for the golf course grannies, trying to kick him out of there. He's getting all sad, getting in his feels, kind of like Speedy Claxton does. Hypothermia strength.
Joey Sneed once whispered to the night about his tiny friend, Speedy Claxton's light. A hamster small but superhuman strong, zooming through the stars where he'd belong. Godspeed, Speedy, the superhuman hamster. You raced beyond the moon, you were faster. Now Joey's heart is quiet, the cage sits empty, but the legend spins forever, bright and empty. Speedy'd spin a wheel of thunder, fire, and grace, saving Joey from each fall, each stumbling place. He'd leap across the kitchen, a blur of fur, a tiny hero, brave and pure. Now Joey walks the hallway, echoes of a squeak, a tear rolls down his cheek. The silence feels so meek. He'll carry Speedy's spark inside his chest, a memory that never rests. So here's to Speedy Claxton, the hamster who could fly, a superhuman whisper in the night. Godspeed, dear friend, until we meet again.
And that's about all I got. Frost, get some rest. You got an early wake up call. Thought you were going to bed half on 10 minutes. Yeah, right. Anyway, I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm pooped myself. I think I'm going to walk my dog. I'm going to lay down and watch a movie and call it a day. We'll see. If Joey fires another one up, if it's not too late, I'll be around. Anyway, appreciate your chat. Let's go and get.
I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.